Are guys skipping dinner in order to get thinner? Well, in the UK, anorexia among men is on the rise, or as I like to call it, manorexia. Just came up with that. According to National Health Service figures, there's been a 66% increase in hospital admissions for male eating disorders over the last decade, and 1 in 5 people suffering from an eating disorder is male. Experts blame obsession with the perfect body type and over-exercise. Experts sound fat. Anyway, let's discuss in the always fun
lightning round.
Kevin, as a man with a splendidly sculpted chest and chiseled abs, is this all your fault?
No, I think it's pathetic. This sounds like pontification and over-grooming of men. Next thing, men will be walking around going, I'm on my period or period this week, and I'm having, you know, I mean, look at Bill. He's always got his fingers down his throat and
Imogen, is this all Kevin's fault? And if not, who should we blame for this?
Well, I think a lot of the bleeping tonight is going to be Kevin's fault. I'm really not worried about manorexia being a public health catastrophe. More like obesity, which we're catching over from America here. Obviously, rates of 1 in 3 people are obese here in America. It's now 1 in 4 in the UK. We're following in your footsteps. That's a bit more of the problem.
So it doesn't bother you at all that these people are going to the hospital?
What, trying to look like Bill?
What is wrong with you? Nobody's trying to look like Bill. Ew.
Well, he's quite skinny.
Joe, I grew up watching sitcoms. I always thought the ideal man was fat and stupid. So what's the deal here?
Well, I would think it's amazing that people are concerned that there's people who don't want to eat British food. Like, oh, no more kidney pie for me. Couldn't have another bite. Imogen's right. I mean, if you look at America, our problem is not that... It's weird what's happening in America is we have this tiny section of people who are men who are on steroids and who are starving themselves, and then everyone else weighs 400 pounds.
Right.
And I think that's really what that's the iceberg. Don't worry about the tip, the guys who are getting manorexic or even tanorexic, or actually you're from the Jersey Shore, you're both, you're manorexic, and even Tyrannosaurus rexic, if you have little teeny tiny arms like that.
I'm going to pretend that never happened. Bill, you are proof that women don't like guys who are too skinny. Why don't other guys take note of this and start eating?
Yeah, but I don't care because I'm a drunk, which is why I'm skinny. And that's a lesson for you fat viewers out there. If you want to lose some weight, get alcoholic and get some Class A narcotics. That's one to grow on.
All right. Wow. Next topic. So, Harry Potter Part 56 comes out this weekend, and the film has already generated $32 million in advance ticket sales. BoxOffice.com projects the film could challenge the opening weekend record of nearly $160 million set in 2008 by The Dark Knight. Kevin, what's the deal over in the UK over this movie? Are people relieved that the series is over, or are they absolutely devastated?
I think there is
no other choice.
I'd be relieved if it was just finished once and for all. But then again, you find I didn't like Predator and I didn't like Aliens until they mixed it up and had Predator versus Aliens. So what about Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter? You could have like elves and dwarfs kicking the out of wizards and stuff, and maybe Schmeagol in a sex scene with that chick off Harry Potter. I don't know. But then it might be interesting. So other than that, I don't have a comment.
I kind of wish you just hadn't had a comment, period. Imogen, are you surprised that something from your tiny landlocked country could do so well in America?
I love Harry and his magic wand. I won't hear a word against it. I've even brought a photo. I went and stalked Mr. Potter. There is me and Daniel Radcliffe, who I have to say is one of the nicest superstar I've ever met.
That's repulsive.
By the way, this is important for the people watching at home to know. Imogen is all 4'2".
I was going to say.
And so that shows you how tall Mr. Harry Potter is.
Yeah. Also, I'd like to point out, that's not actually Harry Potter. That's Daniel Radcliffe, who plays Harry Potter.
Yeah.
No, that's Harry Potter. That is Harry Potter, sir.
I'd like to make that clear as a big fan.
As
a big fan of the books, that is not Harry Potter. Joe, what's it? $32 million in advance sales? That's pretty unbelievable. What does this say about our society?
Well, I think it shows our society is both relieved and devastated.
Thank you.
That this is happening. I'm not surprised because it's the first Harry Potter movie to have hardcore pornography in it.
Is that right?
So that's what's bringing them in and giving a new meaning to the word Hogwarts.
Okay. Well, they're finally all adults now.
They're like 60 years old. I don't know what happens to these child stars.
Yeah.
It's like they have some sort of disease where they're like 90 by the last installment in their movies.
Yeah. Bill, are you going to dress up and go see the movie?
Good riddance. I hate fantasy, and I'll tell you why. You can play fast and loose with the rules. Oh, they're in this spot. How am I going to get them out of this? I'll come up with some fake spell. Poof. Now let's go into the next chapter. It's easy. The real world's hard, Andy. Welcome to it.
Was that Kevin or Bill speaking?
It was me.
It might have been Imogen. All right, last topic. New study of college grading has found that the share of A's given out has skyrocketed over the past 50 years. In 2008, 43% of all letter grades given were A's, compared to just 15% in 1960. Meanwhile, B's stayed about the same, while D's and F's dropped to about 10%. Kevin, teachers getting lazy, they're getting selfish, or are kids actually getting smarter? And those are the only two choices.
Now you come to mention it, A's, B's, C's, right? Okay, yeah, let me just do that. Well, stop sending them to university, then you won't have the problem. Put them to work, get them in factories, kick out all the Asian car manufacturing companies and start building stuff again.
Okay.
This is why they're no longer an empire.
Yeah,
This is why
exactly,
they're no longer
exactly.
an empire. Yes.
Imogen, grade inflation, it doesn't help anyone, does it? If everyone gets an A, then an A doesn't mean anything, right?
Well, I just remember being at university and exactly the same thing was happening. I was sitting there, I was at Cambridge, and I was being told that it was easy taking exams, and I thought, well, those were just jealous, old, boring people. And now we're talking about it, and I'm completely agreeing with you.
That's how it
and I'm
works.
now clearly a jealous, old, boring person.
Don't you get owls in England?
Owls. Oh, well, that's Harry Potter.
Oh, okay. Oh, is there a difference? That's all I know about England is from Harry Potter.
Such a muggle right now.
Yeah. Joe, are we figuring out that college is just overrated?
Absolutely. Fat, drunk, and stupid is the way to go through life. You can get A's for it. Why do they keep saying university? It's so weird. It's going to college. It's a strange.
Colleges are for stupid people, whereas university is for people who are going on to proper education.
Oh, I just got schooled.
In England.
In England.
Not here.
Not here.
We just want to make that
in
clear.
the UK.
Bill, you had a G average in college, which obviously is one below F. Do you think that the fact that you're not in college now is why there's grade inflation?
College is the biggest joke in America, and I'll tell you why. I had one of the worst GPAs in my high school graduating class. I'm sure that shocks you. And the difference between high school and college is I really tried in high school. And I didn't try anything aside from acid during Middle East studies in college, and I got straight A's. That should tell you all you need to know right there. This has been ongoing forever.
All right, gotta go. Time for another break. Remember to check out the new Red Eye podcast. There's a new one every weekday except today and tomorrow. To catch them, go to foxnewsradio.com and click on Red Eye.
Guests on Red Eye will receive a complimentary hubcap and other prizes. Note, other prizes are also hubcaps.